Nightbeat starts right now.
A mother of 3 is in the Bexar County Jail tonight after San Antonio police say she left her young children at a West Side park with no intention of returning. Those children safe in CPS custody tonight.
Now, I spoke with 2 witnesses who looked after the children until police arrived. They say it's heartbreaking that the children were put in that kind of situation.
Babies were crying and crying, and I told the baby, it hurts. The baby was crying for her mom.
What this couple thought would have been a short afternoon babysitting in the park ended up being a 12-hour-long nightmare. Manuel Covarrubias and his girlfriend, Gloria Suarez, say they are homeless by choice. They were in this West Side park near Leal Street when they met 36-year-old Maria Martinez.
She approached us and told us, I gotta go see about a job. And when I come back, I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you eat and have some little money. So we said, sure, what we gotta do? So look out for my kids. I go, yeah, we love kids. Yeah, why not?
It was June 15th when San Antonio police say Martinez allegedly left her 6, 4, and 1-year-old with Covarrubias and Suarez, who at the time was also in a wheelchair. Police say the children had lice and were wearing dirty clothes.
They had feces on the blanket and everything. They already had feces in their clothes.
The milks that she had were spoiled rotten.
I said, I'm gonna go see if I can find her. To Gloria. So I was gone like for 10 hours. I couldn't find her.
Not knowing what to do and not having any form of communication, Suarez says the children continued to cry for hours. She did everything she could while waiting for Martinez to come back. Eventually, someone called police. When Covarrubias returned, he too told police what happened. Child Protective Services came out and took the children to the hospital. On one of the children, police found Martinez's passport. She was eventually found and arrested.
I think next time I just call the cops. And you know what? We got the kids. Come and get them, man.
Martinez is still in the Bexar County Jail facing 3 counts of abandoned child, no return.
New on the Nightbeat, 1 man is dead and another in the hospital following a rollover crash on the east side. It happened around 7 tonight on Booker T Road and F Street. Police say the 2 men were traveling in a pickup truck when it rolled over and came to a stop on the side of the road. The impact killing the driver, a 52-year-old man. The front side passenger was taken by EMS to the hospital. No word on his condition. It's still unclear tonight what caused the crash. No other vehicles were involved. Multiple shootings making up some of today's other top stories. The Comal County Sheriff's Office says a deputy shot a man after that person led authorities on a chase into San Antonio and even tried to run them over. It began around 2:30 a.m. on West Laurel and Howard Street in New Braunfels. The deputies say they tried to pull over the suspect for a traffic violation, and that's when he sped off. The chase made its way into San Antonio into a bus yard at the VIA headquarters near downtown. There, San Antonio police say the man tried to run over deputies in his vehicle. A Comal County deputy and a constable fired at him. He was shot in his arms, taken to the hospital. He's been charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault on a peace officer.
San Antonio police say they're looking for a suspect accused of shooting a teen during a house party overnight. Officers tell us the 17-year-old shot showed up at Mission Trail Baptist Hospital on the south side just after midnight with a gunshot wound to the hip. Witnesses told police the 17-year-old began screaming at the party, and that's when they realized he had been shot. He was later transferred to the University Hospital. It's unclear what led to the shooting, and no suspect description has been given.
The federal eviction moratorium set to expire in just a few hours, leaving millions of people who depended on it throughout the pandemic worried about what may happen next.
The Night Team's John Paul Barajas spoke to a man who says he may soon be homeless. He also spoke with City about assistance they're offering.
The CDC's ban on evictions throughout this pandemic has come to an end. It was put into place in September, extended a month at the end of June, and now after a failed attempt by the Biden administration to extend it again, it's leaving millions scrambling.
You have another place to stay?
No, I ain't got no place to go. That's the thing. I don't have my vehicle no more. It broke, so now I ain't got it. So I don't know how I can get my stuff, or me, anywhere. You know, no, I ain't got nowhere to go. It's kind of sucks.
Ezekiel Moreno says if he doesn't find help, he'll be living on the streets. He hasn't been served an eviction notice just yet, but he's already been given notice his lease will not be renewed. He's behind on about 4 months of rent.
There's all the payments I owe. See, there's February, March, May.
Moreno's not alone. According to a recent Census Bureau study, from late June to early July, more than 600,000 Texas households said they were behind on rent payments.
Why have you been behind on rent? And
Lack of employment and just not being able to go to work.
He explains he worked for a construction company in Austin. Once his truck broke down, he wasn't able to make it to his job. Now he's praying he can get rental assistance from the state or the city.
There's so much money allotted for this pandemic, for the evictions and all that, but yet they didn't hand it out in time.
Moreno's referring to the hundreds of millions of dollars given to states in emergency rental assistance. That's why he's applying for help with Texas rent relief. But the city of San Antonio has assistance available as well. The director of Neighborhoods and Housing Services Department sent us this statement that reads in part, "We are tracking eviction filings closely to see if there's an increase after today while continuing to actively promote the emergency housing assistance program since help is available." Those who qualify for the city's assistance program can get help for up to 9 months, and right now they still have up to $45 million available. We'll have a link on our website if you need to apply. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
John Paul, thank you. And the city of San Antonio is indeed here to help those affected by this pandemic. In fact, several city leaders banded together today in an effort to make sure residents know that assistance is available. At the District 5 field office, council members Terry Castillo and Ana Sandoval hosted a free legal aid and rental assistance drive-through event. Sandoval says that there's still plenty of money left in the budget for those who need it.
The money it's designed for people who were affected by the coronavirus. There is some paperwork that has to be shown. But we want to work with everyone. We don't want anyone to be displaced. So if it hasn't worked for them before, I'd encourage them to call a council office and we'll see what the issue is.
Also at today's event, Texas Rio Grande Legal Aid, as well as the St. Mary's Pro Bono Legal Aid Program and San Antonio Legal Services Association. And as JP said, we have links for how to apply for assistance available at KSAT.com.
To our state's capital now, where a 4-day march for voting rights ended with a rally on the steps of the Capitol building in Austin today. The march led by activist Beto O'Rourke, the rally led by Reverend Dr. William James Barber. He called for raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour, ending the filibuster, and passing a federal voter expansion law called the For the People Act. Most Texas Democrats are still in D.C. working to pass the For the People Act, all while denying Texas Republicans the quorum needed to pass state laws for a special session with just a week left.
There are people from every single part of this state who chose to be here right now to stand up and be counted at this moment of truth for our state, for our country, for democracy.
Also in attendance today, music icon Willie Nelson, who in one of his first performances since the start of the pandemic, capped off the rally with a 3-song set.
Taking a look outside with live cam tonight. Well, we wrapped up the month of July today on a very toasty note. In fact, our high temperature in San Antonio this afternoon is the hottest that we have been all month. And that high temperature, drum roll please, 96 degrees, just 1 degree shy of the average high for this time of year. We got up to 95 several days this month, but 96 actually the hottest day in July. We get to rip that page and start a new calendar month tomorrow. Speaking of the start of August, our rain chances go up a bit tomorrow afternoon and then even more so next work week. That is going to lead to another stretch of some not as hot weather for us here as we begin the new month of August. We'll talk all about that, get you ready for the rest of the weekend. And coming up later, I'll also have a look at what's going on for you in the tropics. All that still to come in just a bit. Samuel.
Very much. All right, Katie, thanks very much. Still to come on the Night Beat, the Delta variant continues to fuel surging COVID numbers across the country. Now the CDC saying the Delta variant could be as contagious as chickenpox and more contagious than the common cold or flu. The latest after the break.
The U.S. hit 100,000 new cases in 24 hours for the first time since February. A CDC internal document calling the Delta variant as contagious as chickenpox and able to spread faster than the common cold.
And states with low vaccination rates hit the hardest. Meanwhile, the CDC saying the outbreak in Provincetown, Massachusetts, where most of those infected were fully vaccinated, was the key to their decision to reverse the recommendations on masks. So far, though, that outbreak has featured few hospitalizations and no deaths. Health experts say it's a sign vaccines work.
Here's ABC's Christine Sloan with the latest.
A big step backward in the fight against COVID-19. More than 101,000 new cases of COVID-19 were reported across the country on Friday, the most in one day in nearly 6 months. At least 47 states and territories reporting high or substantial community transmission. A startling internal CDC document obtained by ABC News suggests the Delta variant is more contagious than the common cold or flu, estimating the average person infected with the Delta variant can possibly infect as many as 9 people.
This is a game changer for me, and it should be for everyone in our community.
In Provincetown, Massachusetts, more than 900 people coming down with COVID-19. 75% of them were fully vaccinated. That outbreak prompting the CDC to once again recommend masks indoors for everyone in COVID hot zones, regardless of vaccination status.
This weighed heavily on me to have to do this.
In New York State, where more than 60% of the eligible population has received at least one dose of the vaccine, more than 3,000 new cases of the virus were reported on Saturday. Florida seeing more than 110,000 new cases over the past week, the highest weekly increase since the beginning of the year. But still, the governor insists
there will be no restrictions and no mandates in the state of Florida.
But there are some positive trends. The White House noting 4 straight days of at least 700,000 doses, about 3 million people receiving their first shot in the past week. Christine Sloan, ABC News, New York.
You guys want to know how hot I got today? Went to tie my shoe up, nearly burnt my knee off on pavement. Like, it was so hot.
Steamy, definitely steamy today. Hotter than we're used to this summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been such a kind of mild July with all the rain that we've had. I think it's funny, we ended the month with our hottest temperature of the month, 96. Here's how high temperatures played out elsewhere across the area this afternoon. Up to 104 in Del Rio. Believe it or not, that's not a record for you out in Valverde County. 95 the high in Rock Springs, 96 in Hondo. I wanted to mention really quickly, our average high has now jumped up to 97 degrees. That's as hot as it gets for us throughout the year. So climatologically speaking, we're at our highest point of the year here from very late July, early August through the middle of the month, and then a really sharp drop off in our average high temperatures by the end of August. So give it another month or so, our average highs will be back in the mid 90s, and then it's all downhill from there, maybe kind of slowly downhill as far as our temperatures go. But we're at the peak here as far as our average highs go. 84 now at the airport, mostly clear skies. There are just a few straggler clouds out there. Otherwise clear across south central Texas. It is still muggy, dew points in the low 70s. Winds are light. So with that dew point in the low 70s, even though our air temperature is 84, it still feels like 90 at this hour. 87 in Uvalde, 95 still in Del Rio. So it's still plenty warm out there. But again, skies are mostly clear to completely clear. No rain out there. We did have a couple of thunder showers that tried to get going mainly up near Austin and points west into a portion of Blanco County. In Real County near Lakey, I saw one little shower pop up briefly late this afternoon, but that was about it. And otherwise, things have been very quiet for us today. Things will stay quiet overnight. Mostly clear skies, no rain in the forecast. Our temperatures will slowly drop down into the mid to upper 70s. Might be hard to even shake the 80s if you're off farther to the west, Eagle Pass up to Del Rio. So a warm and very humid start to the day tomorrow under mostly clear skies. And through lunchtime tomorrow, things are going to be pretty quiet. Plenty of sunshine, mainly just warm and muggy. As we get past lunchtime into the afternoon, I'll be watching portions of the hill country, so northwest of San Antonio, for some pop-up showers and storms to develop. Again, the best chance of this is going to be northwest of San Antonio, up in portions of the hill country. But if these thunder showers can get going, they could try to wander south and east toward I-35 and the Highway 90 corridor. So if you're going to be spending time outdoors tomorrow afternoon, of course, it will be hot. Here are your forecast high temperatures, so keep the water and sunscreen handy. But also keep an eye to the sky, because as we get past lunchtime, some of these isolated showers and storms certainly could be possible with lightning. When thunder roars, go indoors. So if you're out by the pool and you hear thunder, take it inside until the weather passes by. Also, some heavy rain and gusty winds will be possible in any thunder showers that pop up tomorrow. So again, we'll be watching the trends with these thunder showers tomorrow afternoon. Most likely we're going to see a decrease in coverage through late tomorrow evening. But with some upper level energy moving in, we could see these rain chances linger into tomorrow night. Some isolated showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder possible, and potentially a wet morning commute on Monday. So this kicks off what's going to be an unsettled weather pattern for us. And we're going to be looking at periods of showers and storms, not just early Monday into Monday afternoon, but also through a good portion of next week. And the big factor here is this front that's going to be dropping into Texas tomorrow. This is not a front that's going to do really anything for us with temperatures or dry air, but it will act as kind of a focus for some showers and storms at times over the next several days, essentially all the way through Thursday there of next week. So the key here, each of these days is not going to be a total washout, but we could certainly have some periods of heavy rain and also a few thunderstorms at times that could be on the strong side. We'll be here to keep you updated. Again, keep an eye to the sky tomorrow afternoon with some isolated thunder showers possible, and then periods of heavy rain helping to keep our highs below average all next week, guys.
Hey, with this kind of heat, I'll take some showers.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Katie.
Thanks, Katie. And Larry Ramirez joins us now with sports. And Larry, the Cowboys defense a focus out at camp.
Yeah, and Randy Gregory figures to play a huge role in that defense this year. He really seems to be turning his personal life around. He was recently named to the Cowboys Leadership Council, which is a pretty huge honor. And on the field, he's been very dominant. Plus, we go one-on-one with Cowboys Trayvon Diggs coming up.
Camping with KSAT, powered by Davis Law Firm.
The Dallas Cowboys are back in full pads at their training camp in California today after having a rejuvenation day on Friday. Three-time Super Bowl champion and Hall of Famer Michael Irvin was there to watch practice, and with Dak Prescott out with a right shoulder injury, Garrett Gilbert was running the first team offense today. Now, defensive end Randy Gregory is looking to play a full season for the first time in his career after the Cowboys drafted him in 2015. Last year, he was suspended for the first 6 games of the regular season as part of his reinstatement to the league following substance abuse and mental health issues. And Gregory tells us what's different about starting this season.
I definitely feel more confident. I think that's obviously going to go up the more I get reps and the more we get some games, under my belt. But I feel great. My body feels great. I'm trying to give my all during practice, trying to, push the other guys, and I think we're doing a real good job right now.
Gregory felt he was underutilized last season with Mike Nolan as defensive coordinator, but now he has more opportunities under new DC Dan Quinn.
I still have a lot to prove. Let's not, I think there's a lot of talk going around right now. I really believe I'm having a good offseason, but there's still a lot to prove on the field. From this point on, I just got to, like I said, put some good play on the field and stay out of trouble, which I'm trying to do, and be the guy that everyone expects me to be and I expect myself to be.
All right, please make welcome to our coverage of the Dallas Cowboys training camp here in California, quarterback Trayvon Diggs. Trayvon, thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Well, first of all, your rookie season was fantastic. You had 3 big interceptions. Now, but you felt you could have done a lot better. Why is that?
Just my expectations that I had for myself, in the beginning of the year. I didn't really meet all of them that I wanted to, and I had the opportunity to, so, that kind of hurt me a little bit, but, I'm back, happy, ready to work, and, I'm ready now, so those opportunities I had last year, hopefully I get them same ones again, so I'm going to make it count.
You had 14 touches, you said, so you felt you should have had 14 more interceptions just because you touched the ball, and why is that?
Because I feel like if I can get both hands on it, it's supposed to be an interception. And sometimes I get one hand, it could be an interception too, but I felt like I was around the ball enough, to make those plays, and I didn't.
So obviously you get to train with one of the best guys. You came in the same draft class together, CeeDee Lamb. What is that like to go up against him every practice?
It's been fun. It's been competitive. Remind me of, my college days, just competing, with those guys out there. And, he's one of those guys as well. So, just competing every day, just making me better. It's just going to, make us both better. And, it's going to play in our favor. And, I love competing with him every day, talk a little trash, and get after it.
Well, speaking of talking trash, how much trash have you given him about Oklahoma coming to the SEC where you played for Alabama?
Yeah, I feel like they're going to be one of those teams. You know, they're always good, always, you know, can do, but, you know, they got to earn their keep a little bit in the SEC, the big boy ball.
What did you do in high school? Did you play every position in high school you could possibly play?
Yeah, I played quarterback. I played holder for the kicker. Defense, offense, running back. Played them all.
Did you actually do kicking as well?
Yeah, I did do some kicking.
Do the special teams people know that here?
No, they don't know that.
It's a secret right now,
Yeah.
maybe brought out. So when did you make the switch to DB?
3 years ago.
Right, just 3 years?
Yeah, I was at Alabama.
Yeah.
Saban wanted me to transfer over to defense, and you know I did it, gave it a shot, and it just stuck.
We'll be watching. Good luck this season.
For sure. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Later in sports, Vikings rookie Kellen Mond was one of 3 quarterbacks to miss camp today. We'll tell you why, guys.
All right, interesting stuff as we get closer to preseason games.
It is.
All right, Larry, thanks very much.
Coming up next, more gold for the U.S. comes as many speculate whether Simone Biles will compete again in the Tokyo Olympics Games. The latest from Japan when the Nightbeat continues.
And to Tokyo now, and the big question of these Olympics. With Simone Biles dropping out of more events, will the world's greatest gymnasts ever compete again in these games?
This as Americans win more golds in the pool and the men's basketball team advances. ABC's Kenneth Moten is in Tokyo.
Tonight, Simone Biles pulling out of 2 more gymnastics finals, the vault and uneven bars. The superstar posting, then deleting these practice videos from Tokyo on Instagram, falling hard on her back. Revealing she's still suffering from what gymnasts called the twisties. She wrote, "Literally cannot tell up from down. It's the craziest feeling ever, not having an inch of control over your body." Now, Michaela Skinner, who placed 4th in qualifying, moving into Biles' spot in the vault, tweeting, "Doing this for us, Simone Biles." In the pool, Americans Katie Ledecky and Caleb Dressel adding to their medal hauls.
Katie Ledecky will win her 3rd straight Olympic gold in the women's 800 free.
And she may not be done yet.
I want to go to Paris, and I want to keep representing our country at this level.
Caleb Dressel is trying to get his 2nd individual goal of these games, and he'll do it.
Dressel breaking his own world record in the 100-meter butterfly.
Took a world record to win the Olympic final.
But he and the rest of the inaugural mixed relay team failed to podium. Jamaica sweeping the women's 100-meter dash after gold medal favorite Sha'Carri Richardson was pulled from the games after a positive drug test. Elaine Thompson-Herah beating Florence Griffith Joyner's 33-year-old Olympic record. COVID is making its mark on these games. Tokyo recording over 4,000 cases today, an increase of over 200% from last week. American pole vaulter Matt Ludwig had just 40 hours to get to Tokyo from the U.S. after his teammate Sam Kendricks tested positive for COVID earlier this week. Kendricks spoke to us from his hotel room where he's in quarantine.
I wanted to be there in the flesh, cheering them on every step of the way.
On the court, the U.S. men's basketball team advancing to the knockout stage of their tournament.
And KD is now the U.S. Olympic scoring leader, surpassing Carmelo Anthony with that 3.
Kevin Durant's 23 points make him now the leading scorer in U.S. men's Olympic basketball history. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, Tokyo.
California's rapidly growing Dixie Fire is now the 11th largest wildfire in state history, scorching more than 240,000 acres as of last night. This is a look at the aerial efforts to fight the blaze about 100 miles north of Sacramento. Evacuation orders are in place for residents in nearby communities and other parts affected counties.
The tanker behind me is one of many tankers that we use that drops the retardant onto the fire to slow down the spread of the fire.
It is unclear what started the Dixie Fire in mid-July. At this time, it is only 30% contained.
A well-known TikTok star died from his injuries this morning after he was shot at a California movie theater earlier this week. 19-year-old TikToker Anthony Barajas was shot in the head at the screening of The Forever Purge in Corona, southeast of L.A. on Monday. His friend, 18-year-old Riley Goodrich, was also shot in the head and died at the scene. With the death of Barajas today, suspect Joseph Jimenez now faces 2 first-degree murder charges in addition to armed robbery. The 20-year-old is being held on a $2 million bond.
In Boston, more than 20 people were injured when a commuter train collided with another train in front of it.
There was a girl who was thrown on the floor, and I think she dislocated her shoulder. I mean, she was pretty bad. That was the reason I think that people started calling 911.
As you can see, it was a chaotic scene. Several ambulances, fire, and police responded. Dozens of victims were treated at the scene with ice packs, neck braces, and bandages. Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority General Manager says both trains were westbound and one was stopped when the other rear-ended it. The impact so strong enough to seriously damage the train and it derailed. The Transportation Authority says after an investigation, the trains will be repaired.
Turning to coronavirus, and Royal Caribbean expanding its testing requirements in U.S. waters. It now requires passengers over the age of 2, including those who are vaccinated, to show a negative test before boarding trips of 5 nights or longer. It will accept negative antigen and PCR results. The new policy, which the cruise line says is out of an abundance of caution, went into effect today and runs through August 31st. The test must be done no more than 3 days before boarding. The announcement comes the same day as 6 Royal Caribbean passengers tested positive on a 7-night cruise. 4 of them had been vaccinated. And if you're planning a trip overseas but have yet to get your passport, you may want to rethink your travel dates. We'll explain why next. If you're even entertaining thoughts of traveling abroad the next year, double check your travel documents. Your passport may be expiring, or maybe you don't have one. The State Department swamped with applications, and it's taking as much as 5 months to get a passport. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz on why you need to act fast.
It's a passport scramble. Cynthia Salinas came to the city's passport office to renew hers fast.
I actually need it by August the 28th. We're going on a cruise, a honeymoon cruise, and mine's expired.
Better have a plan B. The State Department says it's taking about 18 weeks for regular service, 12 weeks if you pay $60 for expedited service.
So why is it taking so long? Well, over the pandemic, we just weren't thinking about international travel, and our passports expired. Plus, the government has a shortage of staffers to get the job done.
So if you are planning that exotic trip abroad,
best thing you can do is check your passport expiration date right now.
Travel expert Willis Orlando says there are a couple of things that may speed things up. If you're mailing in for renewal, pay for overnight shipping. Have an emergency, you may qualify for a priority appointment, but those are very limited. If your application is being processed and you're running out of time, Orlando says try your congressional reps.
A lot of our members have told us reaching out to their federal representatives, so your congressperson, your senators, after your application's been put in process, that has helped move things along. Those folks do have pull in D.C. They do have pull at the Department of State.
And remember, some countries require your passport be valid for up to 6 months past your arrival. Bottom line, plan way ahead. Joseph Jones is applying for his passport 10 months ahead of his honeymoon.
It's all non-refundable, so that's the only thing I'd be worried about, is if I don't get it in time.
Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Outside with live cam tonight, still nice and warm out there, but our skies are clear, and we're going to start off the first half of your Sunday with plenty of sunshine, warm and muggy conditions as well. But we're going to talk again in a few minutes about the rain chances that kick in tomorrow afternoon. But before we focus on the start of August, let's take one more look at July, a month that temperature-wise was essentially entirely below average for us. Every box you see here was a day where our afternoon high temperature was below average. The exceptions, the first 4 days of the month, and in fact, we only had one day with a high above average. Also a good amount of rain in July as well. Now have another look at your Sunday forecast, including even higher rain chances next week coming up.
Okay, Katie, so it was hot today, but we had this cool July, and people keep saying we're going to pay for it, we're going to pay for it, but I'm starting to get a little skeptical about that.
But I will say it went out with a bang, though. We got a grand finale today, right?
Yes.
Yeah, a little jump up in our temperature there this afternoon. I mean, we're at least going to start August with daily rain chances and more below average high temperatures. So I don't see a whole lot changing here, at least in the short term. I want to start off quickly before we get to our local forecast. I always just want to keep our viewers updated on what's going on in the tropics every now and then. Not much of an update tonight. No new development expected out in the Atlantic Basin over the next 2 to 5 days. High temperatures across the U.S. today. They did make it up to 100 degrees in Dallas, 97 the high in OKC. A toasty 100 in Phoenix, and then some upper 70s, low 80s in the Pacific Northwest. The high in NYC today, just 76. You'll notice anywhere from right along the Rockies in Colorado into portions of the Texas Panhandle, the Kansas-Oklahoma state line, over across portions of the Mid-South there into Tennessee and Kentucky. Some more active weather. That's where we have a good amount of shower and thunderstorm activity, even a little bit of severe weather. And that's because there is a frontal boundary that's draped all the way from over near Tennessee, across portions of northern Oklahoma, and then back into portions of Colorado there. It's actually this frontal boundary that is going to be on the move over the next couple of days, and I wanted to kind of put this into motion over the next few days so you can see how this is going to play out. This frontal boundary is going to slowly drop down into Texas and hang out with us for a few days. It's going to stall early next week, and that's what's going to keep periods of rain in our forecast for several days as we head into next week. So here's how things play out. A bit more isolated in nature tomorrow, but then as we get into Monday, as that front gets closer and stalls out, each day we'll have a scattering of some showers and storms possible. But a key here is that each of these days is not going to be a total washout. However, there will be periods of rain, some of which could be heavy at times, and we could have a few strong storms here and there at times as well. And that actually includes tomorrow afternoon. So let's start with tomorrow. Pretty quiet through the first part of your Sunday, warm and muggy, that is for sure, mostly sunny skies. As we get past lunchtime, I'll be watching the hill country for some isolated thunderstorm activity to pop up. Any of that could try to wander down to Highway 90 and San Antonio late tomorrow afternoon into the early evening hours. Before any place gets any rain, we'll have an opportunity to see our highs jump back into the mid, even upper 90s in spots tomorrow afternoon. So let's run Futurecast through for you on your Sunday. Again, pretty quiet through lunchtime. Then in the afternoon, north and west of San Antonio, some spotty thundershower activity will be possible. These storms tomorrow afternoon could be on the stronger side, with mainly a concern for some strong wind gusts. There certainly could also be some heavy rain and some flashes of lightning. So if you've got outdoor plans tomorrow afternoon, particularly if you're in the hill country area, just keep a very close eye to the sky. If you see lightning or hear thunder, bring everyone indoors until things clear up. As we get into late tomorrow night, early Monday, it looks like some lingering showers and storms could be possible, potentially setting us up for a rainy Monday morning commute. Even as we get into Monday afternoon, some more development. And again, it's going to be that stalled frontal boundary along with a little upper level lift and plenty of moisture that's going to spur these periods of rain for us as we get into the middle and even late next week, really through Thursday. It does appear that as we get into Friday and the start of next weekend, our weather pattern will start to settle back down and we'll drop those rain chances back to more isolated levels. But once again, guys, starting off August with the rain and the clouds, our highs only in the low 90s. That's below average for this time of year.
So, Katie, too hot for a raincoat, but have that umbrella handy,
yes.
huh?
Yes.
Gotcha, girl. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. And Larry is back with sports and keeping an eye on quarterbacks at some of the other camps around NFL.
Yeah, Minnesota Vikings, probably who you're referring to, having some quarterback problems up there during their training camp. But here closer to town, out in Houston, the running backs, there's 6 of them on the roster, and they are definitely fighting in that new backfield. And the Minnesota Vikings are down to just 1 QB. We got it coming up. After a slow start, the U.S. Olympic men's basketball team advanced to the quarterfinals of the Tokyo Games with a 119-84 win versus the Czech Republic in the final Group A contest. The U.S. trailed 19-9 early and 25-18 after one. The Americans cranked up their defense and shooting in the second quarter and led 47-43 at halftime. They never trailed again. Jason Tatum scored 21 of his game-high 27 points after halftime and says the Americans played much better in the second half.
Myself and us as a team, we just had to pick up the intensity a little bit. It was kind of close in the first half, and to get some more stops and that we'd be able to get out in transition get it up to guys and just have guys make plays.
Kevin Durant scored 23 points on the night he passed Carmelo Anthony to become the all-time leading U.S. men's Olympic scorer. Melo's record was 336 points. Durant now has 354 career Olympic points.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
Houston Texans quarterback Tyrod Taylor was excused from training camp today for personal reasons, and the team says he will return Monday. Rookie QB Davis Mills then got some reps with the first-team offense with fans in the stands. Second to last in rushing last season, the Texans added backs Rex Burkhead, Phillip Lindsay, and Mark Ingram, 3 of the 6 running backs currently listed on the Texans roster.
This is the NFL. You're going to have every single training camp, everywhere, there's a great group of guys, and we have a great group of guys who have played football and done it at a high level for a long time, from Rex to DJ to Phillip, even Dontrell, even Buddy, and we got Scotty too. We just got a group of guys who are competing, who enjoy being around each other, aren't afraid of competition, and when you have a group like that, it makes everyone better. It makes the team better, it makes the group better, and it's something that you can thrive on.
Las Vegas Raiders safety Trayvon Merrick is going through his first NFL training camp. The Raiders selected the Smithson Valley and TCU great in the second round. He's one of 5 defensive draft picks for the Raiders this year, and he's expected to help turn around one of the NFL's worst defenses from last season.
To be honest, for me, like I said earlier, it's just coming up here every day and just working my butt off. Just trying to, like I said, stack the days. And if I do that, my confidence will build, the team's confidence will build, and we'll get to where we want to be. I'm trying not to let the expectations, get in my head, but just go out there and play football and have fun doing it.
The Minnesota Vikings are down to 1 quarterback, Jake Browning, because of COVID-19 protocols. Rookie QB Kellen Mond tested positive for the virus, as reported by multiple outlets. And as a result, fellow QBs Kirk Cousins and Nate Stanley, both deemed high-risk contacts, missed tonight's practice at TCO Stadium. All 3 are currently in quarantine. High-risk contacts designate that a player is not fully vaccinated, so Cousins and Stanley are subject to a 5-day quarantine. Mond is vaccinated per the Star Tribune, and if his positive case is asymptomatic, he can return as quickly as 48 hours with 2 negative tests taken a day apart. And in soccer, SAFC won at Austin Bold FC 3-0 tonight.
All right, that's pretty good, Larry. Thanks very much.
Yep.
Coming up next, paddling for a good cause, how a father and son are raising money for families in need. Tell Me Something Good is next.
We know the news can be a little tough to hear at times, so we wanted to end your night by telling you something good.
That's right. A father and son duo have completed a 200-mile journey down the Chesapeake Bay. The 14-day adventure was to raise money for families in need of financial support due to COVID-19. The two are paddling for the Adventist Development and Relief Agency's COVID-19 hunger pandemic response campaign, and they've raised nearly $3 million. Now, this 200-mile journey, no leisurely float down the Chesapeake, where battling weather and currents is just one part of the struggle. But at the end of the day, these two say they have each other. Super cool story right there.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is no easy task. That's for sure. Tomorrow kickstarts another stretch of some pretty good rain chances for us here as we kick off the month of August. Tomorrow, we're looking at some isolated thunder showers in the afternoon, especially up in the hill country. Then we're going to have a scattering of rain each day all the way through the end of next work week. Not a washout each day, but some periods of heavy rain and a few strong storms will be possible. At least that will help to keep our temperatures down a little bit as we start August, guys.
And keep us out of drought, too. That's all the time we have for tonight. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to catch Good Morning San Antonio tomorrow morning, starting at 6. Have a good night.